It's 2020! Alright, it's 2020, so I'm gonna follow my New Year's resolution. I'm not gonna have any unpopular opinions. I'm going to agree with everyone. That way, I can get along with everyone, and no one will be mad, and the world will be a safer place. Hey, Nitpicker, what's your opinion on Sonic R? Oh, a really underrated gem on the second. Hello everybody, Nitpicker01 here, disagreeing with opinions great and small, so my friends hate me forever. And today, we're going to be talking about my unpopular Sonic opinions. Unpopular Sonic opinions are very fascinating because technically there aren't that many popular opinions due to just how complicated the Sonic fanbase can be. But a lot of fans do have some opinions that if you disagree with them, they'll get mad at you until they agree with you in 10 minutes. But today, I think I've narrowed down some of my very juicy opinions today that aren't in the majority of what people believe, or at least from what I could guess. Now remember, please, this is all in good fun and my own opinion, not your opinion, it's my opinion, so just don't yell at me, even though you're going to anyway, so why am I even bothered? Now on to my first opinion. You remember Lost World? I don't think it was that bad. Now am I saying it's the best Sonic game ever? Hell no. But I do like a lot of the ideas that it brought to the table. Mainly the parkour system. It's like the adventure games with a kind of parkour gimmick. My main problem with it is how generic it feels. The level themes, and especially the story, just feel not very good. Also, this is a modern Sonic game that kind of feels very Mario-y. Not just because of Mario Galaxy, I mean in terms of the level themes and how much it borrows from the classic games. It's very odd. But nonetheless, I still think Lost World was better than what everybody gave it credit for, and I was kind of sad to see it nosedive so much. But now that we're done talking about underrated game, let's talk about an overrated one. Okay, first and foremost, I do not think this is a bad game, but I do not think it's a great one either. The cutscenes look like they are made of Play-Doh, the graphics could look better, and worst of all, the control. What happened here? Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 had the controls perfect. How the fuck did you mess it up, Sega? Also, it's kind of repetitive because you're playing the exact same stages with different characters that are kind of the same, with only minor changes to the level design, and I mean minor. And this is just a minor nitpick, but I wish the teams actually did something to the other team stages. Like, say if Team Dark had to open a gate, but they pressed the wrong button and caused a rolling rock in Team Sonic stage. Again, not necessarily a wrong thing, but it would have been nice. Anyway, this one is just kind of straight and to the point. I just do not like this game as much as other people. It just could be much, much better. Alright, let's take a break from underrated or overrated games to talk about how Riders Zero Gravity is actually the best Riders game of the Riders... Wait, that would be an underrated game, wouldn't it? Zero Gravity is not only the best Riders game, but probably one of my personal favorite Sonic games. Boy, am I just digging myself a rut. But honestly, I don't see the problems with it. The one thing I see people whine about is the motion controls. I mean, bruh, just use a GameCube controller, or just play it on the PS2 with a PS2 controller, or play it on the Xbox 360... Oh wait. This game wasn't released on Xbox 360. Well, that's something that Xbox isn't going to get back. But other than that, I feel like they simplified it, and it's so easy to get into, which was the big problem of the first game. I still, to this day, cannot play the original Sonic Riders, and I am not alone on that. Now, you could argue that it's because it's so hard to master, that's why people like it, which could be the case. However, not in mine. Because racing games are supposed to be easy to pick up and play with friends, and supposed to appeal to that franchise's fanbase, which I feel like I can get better into with Zero Gravity than the original. Even the story, which I know probably nobody cares about, is much better in this version. What's that, a segue? Let's talk about how those spin-off games have better writing than the mainline games. There are people that say that stories do not work in Sonic games, and that is not entirely true. Indeed, they aren't meant to be taken seriously most of the time. They're supposed to be silly, and that's kind of the point. I mean, these games are about a 3-foot talking hedgehog, for crying out loud. One of the best mainline Sonic stories, I feel, is Sonic Unleashed. There is just the right amount of silly in this story, and sure, it's not serious enough because nobody realizes we are all about to die! But back to my main point. The mainline games do not work. However, I would argue that the spin-offs have much better writing. They have way better stories and show Sonic's character much better. Hell, I think if I managed to bring this up in my Sonic and the Blight Knight review, but my favorite Sonic story of all time besides Unleashed is actually Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. Despite it being short, it actually has a good bit of story to it, and not to mention, they write Sonic so damn well. Sticking with the Sonic Riders games, I think Crush 40 does the main versions better. Simple and to the goddamn point. The originals are fine, but the Crush 40 versions are way better, especially on Gratified. It's just way more groovy and nice sounding. And Free, it's just better. It's just better. I like Shadow the Hedgehog's soundtrack. Okay, say what you will about Shadow the Hedgehog's game, but I will argue that the soundtrack is actually a really damn good listen. Like, no joke, it's really nice hard rock, and it really fits what the game was trying to do. Which it didn't do well, but what it was trying to do, the music did better. Here, just listen to a few of my favorite tracks from the game. Alright, I got one more left in me, but it possibly can't make anyone more mad at me. Nitpicker doesn't like Sonic CD. Wait! Sonic CD is not the best Sonic game, not even by a smidge. In fact, you know what? I'm feeling generous. I don't like this game. Now, credit where credit is due, it is ambitious. Just in all the wrong gosh darn reasons. Each idea that Sonic CD has just would work better in any other Sonic game. Here's what I mean. Traveling through time and seeing zones in the past or future is a cool idea. But not in Sonic CD, because in CD, the levels are very poorly designed. Let me compare it to another Sonic game. Sonic 1. Sonic 1 had some growing pains, but you could still go fast, sometimes. But most of the time in CD, there's things stopping you at every goddamn turn. So I can't go to the past or future because I can't keep the speed going long enough. Also, I just want to say, fuck that. Fuck fuck this. What even is this? Well, those are my unpopular Sonic opinions. Let me know if you have any that you think that are unpopular, that you have. And if you want to see another one of these, let me know. Because there were some that were supposed to be in this video, but I got some guys on my tail right now, so I can't finish them. So let me know if you want to see more. I'll do another one. I'll put myself in harm's way to do it. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure to hit that like button. And please, please subscribe. Please, I'm begging you, just subscribe. Just click that subscribe button. It's right there. You're not strong. You can't fly. You can't reach the other side of the rainbow. It's not alright. Don't take a chance, 'cause there is no circumstance that you can handle when you use your mind.